market launch of our newest medium-size generation Rapida 106X. We know that the highest productivity, shortest make-ready times, and highest automation are the key to your success. Over the past 5 years, and also based on feedback from you, our customers, we have developed the press from scratch. We have questioned a lot of things. We have improved things that were already very good. And we have added new functions to the press that are only available from Koenig and Bauer. And we have put a focus on bringing the operating concept to the next level in close cooperation with our customers. The result is a whole new press generation, the absolute benchmark in its class. The result is the fastest packaging sheet-fed press on the market. The result is a whole new dimension for sheet-fed printing presses. A press which will make you even more successful. Our new Rapida 106X. And because we don't want to wait until Drupa 2021, it's now a great pleasure for me to take you part in our live presentation and the world premiere of our new Rapida 106X.
Well, thank you, Dirk, and wow, that was quite emotional. Yeah, this is it, the new baby, the Rapida 106X, and this is Sascha Fischer standing here with me. He is the head of product management at Koenig and Bauer Sheetfed. Hi, Sascha.
Hi, Sven.
So I think you might be a bit proud of your new baby.
Very proud and very excited to present our new masterpiece here, the new Rapida 106X, new generation mid-format press. And over the past month, we have listened carefully to our customer where we can still tune it, how we can improve with regards to faster make-ready, higher production speeds, less maintenance, safe processes, and digitalization overall.
And at least a new cool color.
A new design. I think there it's quite a change to before. Yes, it's really great.
So, okay, let's have a look at the machine. And we're going to print the job. Chris and Dirk are making ready for us.
Yes.
So let's start here.
Yeah, we'll fire away with the production straight away. But while we're doing that, we ramp up production. Gives me the opportunity to explain some details we have improved here. The first thing we did is in our suction head, the separation suckers, we have optimized the curve. So clearly every sheet, especially on heavier substrates, is clearly separated, which obviously then stabilizes high speeds in the paper infeed. On top, what we can't see unfortunately here on our non-stop machines with non-stop logistics, we have motorized the rake that holds the auxiliary pile, again there to ensure that every sheet enters the machine on the central area of the infeed. We'll go around.
Yes, please.
If we go around and take a look inside from the other side, two further improvements we have included. For one, the tact rollers are now motorized, so they are automatically set, change of formats, and on top the upper sheet guiding as well. So that's from the feeder side. What you can see here already is the mounting bar for adding an inkjet. So we could number every sheet in the shuffle to make sure, for example, in combination with inspection, every sheet is numberized and can be found, detected later on, also along with the protocol.
And it makes all of them collectible.
Yes, exactly. Collectible items.
So
obviously then, in the infeed, we have our proven SIS, our side lay-free infeed, that assures, without any pneumatic movement, hydraulic movement, that every sheet enters 100% inside.
Okay, but
this is the basis for really our high speeds up to 20,000, because we save a lot of time without any stress to the sheets.
Something strange for someone like me.
Yes.
It's so high up there. What's that?
Well, actually, this is our proven and yet again improved twin foil. Maybe the camera can take a look how it's working there. It's based on the Optima, and apart from what we already had, multi-reels, so you have numerous reels going in, multi-foil use, meaning one foil being used twice or 3 times, depending how the ups are posed. We also have added indexing, meaning the band stops on the canal to save material, which is especially advantageous for label production. So this is our new cold foil module there, the Optima.
So we got the feeder, we got the foil,
Yes,
and afterwards we got the printing units.
exactly. And there are quite a few things to tell there as well. Let's move on past the cold foil onto a printing unit where we can take a closer look. Let's take that one. Now starting from the top, what you can see there is our specially coated ink duct. So a change of ink, a change of color, especially in packaging, is very easy and can be done below 2 minutes. Then on top you can see it bubbling there a bit. This is our new pneumatic ink duct, especially for high viscosity inks. It's more or less maintenance free, and it assures exact zone settings without losing equilibration or the need to calibrate it from time to time. So it's almost maintenance free there. That's especially for high viscosity inks, but more and more also conventional ink printers use that because of its friendliness.
What else is new at the printing units?
Yeah, further down we have our SRW, simultaneous roller wash. That we have improved again. It's now also available for UV applications where an intermediate dryer below might be active. So again, with the SRW you can wash the rollers and the ink duct within 3 minutes. It works with multiple medias, up to 4. So also there, even a deep cleaning for UV rollers can be done automatically. And that's all running in parallel. As a standard, obviously at Koenig and Bauer we have disengageable ink units, ink trains, so also that can be done while the machine is producing another job.
So the machine just produced our first job and is now making ready for the second one?
Exactly. So we already have produced the run.
Yeah.
Now we'll show a full makeover for the next job. We'll present then later on, and that's all running in parallel. And that an important, very important feature is our simultaneous plate changing, meaning the plate cylinders are driven directly by a motor. There is no clutch or complicated gear system involved. And again there, while we're changing plates below a minute, irrelevant, we can wash blankets with our Cleantronic, or blankets and impression cylinder, or with the Cleantronic, both at the same time.
And even the plates themselves have changed.
Yes. As part of our analysis, we looked also at indirect processes, meaning before and after printing. And one thing printers mentioned to us, well, yes, but we still have to bend the plates. So that's an intermediate process, a source of error, scratching and so on. So we've done away with that. You can now use unbent plates here, so there is no need for doing anything before that, you just put them in. So that's very easy and straightforward there.
So let's take a little walk.
Yes.
Until the machine is making ready, fully automatic.
And that gives me the chance also to mention some more things we've done, especially important for the packaging side of things. Now the blanket here is tensioned in a motorized way. So you don't have to go there with a torque wrench or anything. It's a motor, you set it, and actually it's kept on that tension throughout the run. So even if a blanket wears off after time, it gets loose, you always have the same gripper margin, you always have the start of the printing at the same position.
So the operator, the printer, saves a lot of time. What is he doing now?
Well, the printer obviously has to look that the machine keeps up running. I mean, you've got a beast here running up to 20,000 an hour that needs to be fed. And in order to keep it up and running, the printer needs to be able to focus on his main task, to fill the machine, to manage the machine as such.
So this is a very special configuration.
Yes.
We already had the feeder, then we had the foil, we had the printing units, and this is the dryer now?
This is already the drying units. Yes. So one before we have a varnishing unit, coating tower. Again, there on the coating tower for some time we use high flow chambers with a smaller volume, high pressure, because obviously you don't want to have waste in your varnish. That's one. And if there is special coatings applied, we can even have a smaller one to save on that consumables. On the coating plate change, without any tools. There is an insertion guide, so the printer puts in the coating plate, presses a button and can move away. He doesn't need to stay there. And on top there, let's say if a printer still wants to use strip plates or the combination of polyester coating plates, strip plates, we have a universal clamping system as well as an alternative.
So, we got feeder foil, printing units, coater, dryer.
Drying unit, and then again a printing unit.
What for?
Well, this is becoming more and more standard in the packaging market. Why? Because it gives you full flexibility. I mean, now on a 7-color coating, drying, printing, coating, you could do, for example, 8-color coating, 7-color double coating, and trip-off effects, especially with a high edge definition you do with the printing unit as well. So more and more we see this kind of configuration becoming very popular. Now in this sense, of course, obviously on top with cold foil, where you can use the first 2 units for the cold foiling effects as well, metallized effects and so on, and overprint afterwards. So it's very, very common these days, and we're very glad that our customers really appreciate that flexibility.
The machine is still in the make over time,
Yes?
make ready time.
That was a signal for the plates loading.
Yeah. And that's the high-speed cameras you got in your
Exactly.
machines.
I mean, as we mentioned, what is there for the printer to do? And he needs to keep the press running, and obviously they are running at 20,000 sheets. He can't pull sheets anymore to look at it. There's too much waste. There's too much.
You would have
time
to
lost.
stop it too often.
We either stop the machine or you keep it running, producing whatever. So we have this highly efficient system, Qualitronic color control in its next generation. So the camera in the middle there is taking a picture of every sheet, and after 10 sheets it takes the running average and already starts controlling color. So we're very fast in the good sheet.
So this is 20,000 pictures per hour,
Yes,
meaning 2,000 calibratings per hour too.
yes, Victor. And on top there, this camera, the image of the camera, so you can see here it goes through the slit onto the sheet. We also use that picture for inspection purposes, meaning we also not only measure and control color, we can also use that picture to compare it with the original master sheet, reference sheet, or the original PDF from a customer. And in this configuration, we already have something on top. We've got 2 additional cameras on the side, 8K cameras. So up to 300 dpi, they detect any errors on the sheet, any deviations on the sheet from the original PDF, which is also certified by the pharmaceutical industry. Again, obviously, we run protocols alongside, so you can see on the screen on a virtual pile where were any deviations. Are these deviations within the limit, outside the limit? And with our numbering we've seen before, the possibility, you can then directly go to the sheets where there's something, take a look at them and take them out if needed.
And even collect the failures.
Yes, exactly that.
So-
But no, again, I mean, in customer service then, you might get a call from your customer and the customer say, well, yeah, but what you delivered there, I've seen this and this. And then even this protocol can be with a customer service clerk, and he can open the protocol and say, wait a minute, we've seen this, this, and this, I've seen the protocol, it's all within limit, what do you want?
Well, the printer, the operator, has to keep the machine running.
Yes.
If he's doing a good job, it's running 24/7.
Yep.
How about the maintenance?
Very good question there. I mean, that was also great feedback we got from our customers, saying, well, your machines are running great, but then again, obviously it needs to be maintained. And there we want to support our users, our customers as well. For one, in this new electronic delivery, we'll go in later, we've optimized the chain lubrication, so less strips and so on. And on top, we have looked at the gripper bars. Now, the gripper bars now are long life lubricated. That means you don't need to lubricate them. Also, the lubrication points we have in the machine, or greasing points, we have either taken out or centralized and are now automatically greased by progressive pumps. So all in all, if you take a 6-coater, for example, so a little bit smaller machine, we have cut lubrication points by over 200. So there are 200 less points to be lubricated and less maintenance.
And a lot of time to make some coffee, for example.
Take some coffee, and then I think the other thing where we support the printer is we have a new maintenance manager. So already our known maintenance manager, you've been given advice or hints what you should do. Now, this was not customer segment specific. in the future, because obviously the machine running UV, running solid carton, solid board, or let's say normal paper, has different maintenance requirements. So that's also given, let's say, as a guideline to our customers to be then customized on their needs, on their applications.
So there's another thing that's new, and that's what I see. That's the new light over there.
Yes, as I said before, this is our new Airtronic delivery that has been optimized again for sheet guiding and drying, especially on thinner papers or with varnish. So again, that at these high speeds, obviously that needs to grow in power along. And what you've mentioned here, our new status display.
It's like a traffic light.
It's like a traffic light, so with one overview over your press floor, you can see what is the status of the machines. And obviously if everything's fine, you don't need to touch it. Otherwise, yes, if there is something, you might want to check. Now, first of all, what does it do? And it allows the printer, while the machine is running well, to move away. And on top, what is even more important for me than the status light, is our Rapida app. On the Rapida app, we have what we call info panel. So on this info panel, he has a mirror of the console. He can see what job is he actually running, what is the job to come, how long does it take to finish that job that is in, how many sheets more to print. That's one function. And also on top, especially in the packaging market, we have our production app. This production app allows you to follow, for example, the inks you're using, so because you need to know which kind of series of inks you use with that specific job, especially in the food industry. And on top, it also looks on the ink profile, let's say the error coverage, and calculates automatically the ink in the inking units, how long they last. So this tells the printer, wait a minute, printer, on press number 3, in unit number 2, you need to refill the magenta in 2,000 sheets.
Full control, even if he's out in the kitchen making some coffee.
Exactly. It's got all error messages there, stock management as well. So for example, if he needs to change a blanket, he goes into the storage area, takes out a blanket, it's automatically deducted from the warehouse. So never it should happen that he goes into the stock and there is no blanket left. So that's all controllable by automatic email if a minimum level is reached.
So the machine is runnable and controllable via app, via smartphone, but
Yes.
there still is control console.
Exactly. This is our new control console.
No,
and,
this is Dirk.
This is Dirk. He's still the old one, without any hair. But okay, I'll leave you to him to explain the console.
Thanks so far, Sasha. Hey, Dirk.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
I was waiting a long time for you.
Yeah, we had to talk a little bit, to chat a bit.
Yeah,
you know?
we did the full make ready during that time, and we were finishing
Oh, you had to stop?
the full make ready in less than 7 minutes.
Okay, so we talked too long, but too much information. Okay, to give us some more information on the new control console.
Okay, yes, beside our new machine design, our developers and the application team has developed a real new operating console, as you can see here, with an enhanced wall screen with more functionality and a touch screen for more intuitive operating for the press. Beside that, we have a new LED lighting for standardized light during every production time, it's a day or night, it doesn't matter. And last but not least, the second job, we are going to print in an extended color gamut. So we are going to use 7 colors for reproducing almost all Pantone and special colors. So for that, we also equipped the press with a new measurement and control system, which is able to control and measure 7 color system for the extended color gamut.
So we still stopped the working. I think Marcus is ready to restart the process.
Yeah, as you can see, Marcus is relaxed and he just finished the first job. And as you can see, this job was very challenging because it's a luxury packaging. On that type of packaging, we can really introduce almost every kind of application and finishing technology. So you can see very bright our newest cold foil application with our newest Optima Foiltronic, and we also applied a full solid high gloss coating on it. After that, we imprint on top of the high gloss varnish a matte varnish from the unit number 8, and this unit number 8 is an external unit where we can overprint with many kind of special varnishes, matte or pigmented coatings. So this gives us a chance to produce the highest gloss matte contrast in the world because of this new technology. And only with this technology, LTT1L, we are able to produce this kind of finishing and refinement.
Please try to say LTT1L 10 times very fast.
Okay,
No,
I
just
try.
kidding.
Okay, second job now. We have just did the make ready, and you can see Markus is very relaxed. So he was only observing the whole process, because the whole make ready process and the print process, as Chris explained before, is already pre-programmed in our new ergotronic auto-run mode. So the full procedure, the whole job pool is already in the program. So Markus, as a printer, is only observing everything is on time, everything is right.
Or in this case, he had to stop because the second job would have started already.
Yes. Otherwise, we had to manual stop because you were still talking with Sasha. There's a lot of interesting things, I understand that. But with less than 7 minutes, we were ready to run.
But let's run now. Huh?
I would say, Markus, let's run now. So we already wait too long for this. Now we are producing the second job in 7 color, and we are coating the whole folding box sheet with high gloss coating. It's a food packaging, and in the food industry we have to be food compliant. So all colors, all coatings we are just using at this job is food compliant. And as you can see now,
It is very fast.
the machine is running world record. 20,000 sheets an hour. This is real world record in this type of configuration.
That's awesome. While the machine is still printing and Markus is just surveying the whole thing, we asked you to give us some questions, ladies and gentlemen. And there are some questions already here. Maybe Anne can give us the questions. Yeah, thank you. So, Sasha,
Yes.
we got some questions from you, and you can go on asking your questions. They will be answered later on too. Some here now in the session. First question, in the world of packaging, there's a constant need to change special colors with the technology. Which technology are you showing today? How long does it take to wash up and change a color in the unit?
Okay, I'll start with that. I think I've mentioned some of the features we already have. So it starts, obviously change of ink, change of color, special colors especially. As I said, we have got our Easy Clean, specially coated ink ducts. So there it's 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, 1 minute 50, depends, taking out the ink. At the same time, you've got our simultaneous roller wash. So all in all, I would say 3 minutes. You disengage this unit, so the whole ink train is off, and then you start that process 3 minutes there from one to the other.
And depending on how many units you got, the machine could still be running.
Exactly. That's one thing we also see is that quite a few printers now, if they have this constant ink change or color change, what they do, they take a unit in reserve, which they might not use, or they might use alternating. Let's say 5 color coater, they have a 6 color, so they print 5 colors, 4 plus special, and they already can prepare the 6th unit for next special. So they're much quicker, and they do that alternating throughout the day and are the most productive in the world.
So the right answer would be 0 time if you got enough printing units. Well, another question, second one. Thank you, Sasha. In many cases, printers try and overlap processes to reduce the total time for a job as far as possible.
Yes.
What parallel processes do you offer to help save time and money? You already mentioned some of them now. Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's not really 0 time, depending how many units are, because obviously you still need to change the plates for the next job. But then again, with our SPC, again, that's running in parallel. Plate change on this machine here, less than a minute, but that's irrelevant. You don't talk about plate change anymore, because at the same time you wash the blankets, you wash the impression cylinders, you wash the rollers. So it all goes in parallel, and let's say the longest process determines the rest. Now here in this machine we're also using DuraPrint rollers, which again have a longer life and shorter washing cycles. So we reduce that and bring that down even further. Or we've got features where, for example, towards the end of the run length, after you finished your job, you can print clean the ink forming rollers. You switch them off, so you take off the residual ink on the blankets, which again leads to shorter blanket washing times. So there are all kinds of sequences, parallel processes, and again, that's the job of the printer, the operator, to manage his machine the best way possible, after it has been optimized by Chris already.
Many interesting tools. Last question, gentlemen. Matching and guaranteeing color is very important. How can you guarantee that at Koenig and Bauer?
I think the key for that is to have 100% process standardization, because if this standardization is not realized through the whole process, there are many, many points where you can suffer because of not transferring the right data to the right place. Second, all our components we are using for inline measurement and control, color, register, and content. Third one, we are tracking and logging all quality parameters through the make ready and the full run. And this is very important to hand over this quality passes to the next step, and the quality assessment can really see is the whole production zero failure, full in color and register and content. Last but not least, Sasha mentioned already our production app. The production apps is a very, very good tool for transferring all the job data from the print process to the next production step, for instance, the post-press equipment. So this closed loop allows us to get any kind of 100% standardization you can have in the printing industry.
So that was highest quality in the highest speed, but the most important thing in the end is it's all about the money.
Yes.
So did we make some money printing here?
Yes. First of all, I would like to introduce our last big feature, is our Logotronic cockpit. And on the cockpit, me or any production manager has in real time the full overview about all production parameters and the overall equipment effectiveness. In the middle row, we have two speedometers, and this you can see the benchmark process for average make-ready time and net output. So as soon as something goes not along to our benchmark, the production manager can really see and react and optimize this process which need to be optimized.
This is quite nice, colorful and nifty, but hey, what about the money?
Yeah, the money. You see, I already received the press sheet, the cost sheet from Chris from the production planning system, and you can see two bars. The light blue bar is the target. The dark blue bar is the real situation we have created on the machine. So as you can see, we had a savings of about 25% in terms of production costs, and this is pure money saving.
So thanks to Chris over there in the MIS behind the stage. Guys, thanks a lot. It was a pleasure. Thank you for the little walk along the machine. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Koenig and Bauer Live. Stay tuned, be here tomorrow, because tomorrow we will talk about post-press processing, and we'll have the whole workflow tomorrow here again. And if you missed something, don't worry, you can watch all these sessions afterwards again online. Thanks that you stayed with us, and have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.